someday some of y'all will shine. You're blowing up my mind, hey yo.
Hello, and welcome to SoHA School of Healing Arts, where I will help you deepen your practice, polish your teaching skills, and master a really wholesome and successful life. My name is Daniela Mandala, and I'm really excited because this is our first episode, and we're going to talk about Ganesha mythology. Ganesha. Why? Because I have students all around the world always asking me, please, I want to know more mythology. And my goal is to have bits by bits information and pieces of everything that you guys ask for. And so this is where we start. We start with a prayer to this beautiful, majestic elephant that has many names. It's known also as Ganapati, Ganesha, Ganapati with a cerebral N, Vakratunda, Ekadanta, and all these beautiful visions of the same elephant, which is Ishvara or God in the form of Ganesha. So Ganesha is the son of Shiva and Parvati. And Parvati is a woman of the mountains. And it is believed that how Ganesha came to have an elephant head once upon a time. And before I start, we do need to know that in mythology, in Hindu mythology, we need to be open to be all of the characters in the story. So you can be Shiva, and you can be Parvati, and you can be Ganesha, and you can be Mushaka, the little rat, or you can be all of the characters, so that you're always having compassion and you always know and understand life through these beautiful myths. So, once upon a time, millions and millions of years ago, there was Shiva and Shakti, and they're a beloved couple. And Shiva would go off to meditate to the caves, and he would just stay eons and eons of time, because a lifetime is a blink of an eye in Shiva's time. So he would stay for so long meditating that one fine day Parvati was getting really bored. And Parvati's from the mountains, like she's got dirt on her and she's got clay all over the place. And so it's believed that one fine day she was bored and she had all this clay and she started playing with the clay, and she said, well, maybe it's time for me to create a life and have someone to actually connect with. And so she creates a little boy out of clay, and abracadabra, coloring colorado, Ganesha appears. And so she brings life to this beautiful being, and she's so happy, and she's got Ganesha, and she's got a son now, and she's so beautifully, living with her son. And so one fine day, Ganesha's growing, and she's gonna take a bath. And she tells Ganesha, can you please guard the entrance of my door so that I can take a bath and, relax? And Ganesha says, sure can do, Mom. I will protect you. And so he stands in the entrance of the door. And this is why we know Ganesha to be in all of the portals, before and after. Before you begin anything, you first pray to Ganesha. He's known to be an Upadeva. So he is a devata, who's easy and accessible, easy to get to and accessible. He's an Upadeva. He's not a Mahadeva. So anyway, he guards the entrance and is the protector, because he's all knowledgeable and there's nothing to protect yourself from, because everything is a part of you. So he's standing in the portal, and Parvati is taking a bath. And that same fine day, Shiva decides to come back from the caves of meditation. So he comes back and he's right there with his trident and he says, "Let me pass." He sees Ganesha on the entrance and he says, "Well, let me pass." And Ganesha says, "Nope, I'm not letting you through." Shiva says for the second time, "I'm coming through." And Ganesha says for the second time, "No, you're not." And Shiva says for the third time, "Step aside, I'm passing through." And Ganesha says, "No, you're not going anywhere." So Shiva brings the sword out and slays his head off. Obviously, in the Tantra tradition, there's blood all over the place. Parvati comes up from the great commotion and sees what's going on and says, "Shiva, this is your son, and nothing is going to move in this universe until you bring back a head, because this is your son and he's your little boy." And Shiva's like, "Okay, what? I have a son?" So he doesn't question her and he quickly calls out his friends, Brahma and Vishnu. And there's many other stories that develop from one story. And we need to know that in the Hindu mythology, there's a million ways to say the same story. And depending on which area of India you are, you're going to hear the story in a different perspective. So anyway, he goes and brings back the head of the first being that they find on the earth. And there's many stories that come out of that story in itself. But the fact is that he brings a elephant head, puts it on the boy, and he becomes Ganesha. And so there we have the birth of this majestic elephant, reminding us of the grounding qualities, the mothering energy. Elephants are very family-like. They take care of each other. They're gentle, but they're very strong. And this is why Ganesha, when we sing the name of God in the form of Ganesha, it brings all of these grounding qualities and it brings opening and clearing of the pathway. They also call him Vigneshwara. So Vigna, an obstacle, Ishvara, Vigneshwara, the Lord of obstacles, seen and unseen, material, physical, and spiritual. And he's believed to take all the obstacles away, but also sometimes brings the obstacles into your life when you need to go through a threshold and keep growing into the path. So I'm going to offer a little Ganesha invocation just so we close this beautiful Ganesha mythology. You can receive this mantra, just listen to the words. This is from the Vedic tradition. And we can sing together in the end. So breathing into a soft, content belly, like Ganesha's big belly, and letting all the air out. Big belly, soft belly, warm, open heart, and kind, gentle eyes. Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Gham Ganapataye Namaha. We can sing together 3 times. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. That's our beautiful little mantra for today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. You It clears the pathways of whatever you're doing in your life. It opens gentleness, contentment, full glad acceptance, full knowledge, and just a very mothering, grounding touch. And I will see you on the next round. Thank you so much for being here, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Om.
Someday, some of you will shine. You're blowing up my mind, hey yo.